Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Annie, and this is Unity Consciousness. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I'd like to welcome any new subscribers and also thank those of you who are returning for this week's energy update. Let's jump right in. Today we have some very interesting energy, I should say complicated perhaps. We have the Sun in the sign of Virgo is going to square Uranus, which is in the sign of Gemini. And as I mentioned, Uranus is getting ready to go retrograde on the 7th of September. So Uranus is not moving very fast, which means that his energy is intensified. We had a very strong new moon at 0 degrees of Virgo very, very early yesterday in the AM here on the east coast of the United States. And today we put that Sun in Virgo perfecting that square with Uranus in Gemini. It's surprises, expect the unexpected, breakthroughs perhaps that change the details or perhaps our routine very, very quickly. It could have to do with health matters. We have Virgo here on the health service axis, or servitude that is in play in your life. Anyway, there could be surprises or breakthroughs. Expect the unexpected on this day. In addition, that Sun in Virgo is now forming a yod pattern, which with Neptune and Saturn quincunx the Sun, and Pluto retrograde, all these planets retrograde, quincunx the Sun, and Neptune and Saturn are sextile Pluto, which is in Aquarius. And this yod formation speaks of complications or a very complicated situation. There's a resolution to a situation, but it's very complicated. We need to use rationale because the Sun is in Virgo. Authenticity is a must. We've got Pluto here, which is retrograde in the sign of Aquarius. And with Neptune and Saturn also being retrograde, this could be a situation that has presented itself before. More of an internal pivot, if you will, or maybe an internal perception or belief that needs to be modified in order to find resolution with whatever the situation is at hand. Then on Monday, Mercury in Leo comes out of shadow. Mercury went into retrograde mid-July, I believe it was the 17th. So there could be situations that popped up mid-July that now are seeking resolution. You have been through that retrograde phase, and we are much better educated now, and we can move forward with some assuredness and go ahead and sign contracts, get that new equipment, computer equipment if need be, but we are much better able to move forward after a period of reflection for review and revision that Mercury always asks us to do. Also on Monday, Venus is going to leave the sign of Cancer, which she loves to be in, and she is going to enter Leo. This is all-encompassing love, grand gestures of love, love bombing, the love of wealth, the show of money. All of these things have to do with Venus and Leo. If you are in a relationship with a Leo-Venus person, they probably enjoy either giving grand gestures of love or receiving grand gestures of love. It's just the way that they show their love to others, or would prefer that someone show some love to them, which is wonderful. It's grand. It's lovely. And as soon as Venus enters Leo, she is then going to trine Saturn retrograde and Neptune retrograde. And this really makes things, it's unrestrained. You're feeling free, you're all in. If it's a new love situation or a deal that you just can't pass up, it may cost quite a bit of cash, but I just can't pass it up. It's almost too good to be true. Then the very next day on Tuesday, that same Venus in Leo is going to sextile Uranus in Gemini. This is a sextile. We want to do something to get something. We've got this all-encompassing situation where we are all in, we are free, we are unrestrained, so to speak. And then we've got Uranus and Gemini coming in, and it is the greatest, most advanced form of love or investment potential. But is it too good to be true? We have to ask ourselves, is it too good to be true? Uranus and Gemini wants to bring a higher level of consciousness, that's for sure. It does. And it wants us to kind of maybe, the shocks and surprises would be definitely supported because this is a sextile. But the thing that I want to bring to your attention on Wednesday of this week, Venus, that same Venus in Leo that had a very wonderful conversation with Saturn and Neptune, and then had another wonderful conversation with Uranus and Gemini, is now opposing Pluto retrograde in Aquarius. Things are going to get real messy. They're going to get real messy, probably real quick, and perhaps leaving you feeling powerless and in a relationship because it's an opposition. So there's another person or another party that's involved here, or a situation that you're witnessing in a relationship perhaps. Buyer's remorse can be a part of this. A bunch of money was spent, and then the credit card bill comes in, or another bill comes in, and all of a sudden you regret that purchase. Somebody that you trusted carried you away in just this grandiose love story, and now reality is setting in, and it's a very different thing. Pluto in Aquarius wants authenticity and would like truth and honesty, so please let's stay in that energy as we resolve whatever the opposition is here. Then on Friday, we've got Uranus in Gemini is going to sextile Neptune retrograde in Aries. And this is the first of several sextiles that will take place. The last one this year, but then there'll be more next year. But this is all working with the outer planets, helping us to ascend to multidimensionality and this higher consciousness. So this is really stepping into new consciousness awareness and tapping into that multi-dimensionality. You could even surprise yourself here with the creativity that is shown, and or the spirituality that is a part of it, because Neptune is here. Now, Neptune is retrograde. Yes, Neptune is retrograde. So the veil is kind of thinned a little bit. It may not be, it's more of an internal situation again, because it is retrograde. Neptune is retrograde. But because Neptune is also retrograde, it could be something from the past that's coming back around. But we're able to understand it from a higher level of consciousness. We have a new consciousness awareness, and we can tap into our multidimensionality, especially after the situation where we had Venus opposite Pluto and power struggles and all of that. Then we close the week 1 week from today. Chiron retrograde in Aries is going to trine Mercury in Leo. I like this energy. Not necessarily liking the wounding part of the energy, but what I do like is Mercury in Leo. Those very proud words, or being very firm in that communication, or maybe a declaration, so to speak, that brings healing with some level of acknowledgement of what you as an individual bring. And I do like that closeout. But please be mindful, we kick off the week with that Sun in Virgo squaring Uranus, and then that Yod, and then it seems like everything changes up, and we've got the love bombs, and this almost get carried away in that Venus Leo energy, only for that opposition to kick in. So yeah, we'll take everything at a pace this week, I would suggest. I'm going to use the Keepers of the Light Tarot deck this week because I've got the camera set up to capture as much of the river. I'm still up north, Michigan. Again, thank you to my host for having me up here. I'm absolutely too close to the window to be able to put the card up. So the card I'm using is the Keepers of the Light. It's the Oracle deck by artwork by Lily Moses, and the deck itself is by Kyle Gray. The card that popped out is Master Buddha. Increased awareness, deep connection, trust your inner voice. The Buddha, Siddhartha Gautama, started his life as a rich, mollycoddled prince. But one day he broke free from the palace and was exposed to sickness, age, and death. This shook him and set him off on a spiritual adventure that would lead him to leave behind all earthly pleasures and seek enlightenment so that he could end suffering in the world. Now he helps us make contact with our inner teacher and encourages us to acknowledge how we feel and then accept it so that we can move beyond the suffering that we feel. The extended message. You are moving beyond the illusions that fear has created so that you can be more focused on your priorities and what is serving you on this path. All suffering eventually comes to an end, and acknowledging how you really feel and what occurred in order for you to feel this way will help you move beyond it. Call on Master Buddha now to help you remember you are part of something that is greater than suffering. The wheel of karma is turning in your favor, and all your acts of kindness and goodness will benefit you. Thoughts may arise now that solve issues in your life, your home, relationships, or work. They are being sent to you from your inner teacher, the Buddha within. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this video, please do click the like button. Please co-create with me and share this video with others who may be helped by your doing so. Any comments or suggestions, post them in the comment box below. I'm headed home this week, so I'll be coming to you right from my home. No more beautiful scenes like this in the near future. But I do thank you so much for stopping by today, and I hope you have a fabulous week. Namaste.